You dreamed about your ex, and now your mind is noisy. Let me settle it for you with one truth. A dream is rarely about the person. It is usually about what the person represents inside you. So today, we won't do guesswork. We will decode it properly, like an elder who understands symbols, like a dream analyst who understands patterns, and like a calm voice that brings your spirit back to center. By the end, you'll know exactly what this dream is pointing at, and what to do next, without embarrassment, without panic. When you see an X in a dream, the first door is memory. Your brain stores love like scent in cloth. You may not touch it for months. Then one small trigger and it rises. Sometimes the trigger is obvious. A song, a place, a date, a new relationship, loneliness, stress. But sometimes the trigger is invisible. Your body remembers an emotional climate, and your dream gives it a face. So here's the first question you should never ask. Do they miss me? Ask instead, what part of my past is waking up? Because dreams are not always romance. Sometimes dreams are archives. In ancient African storytelling, people didn't just dream. They said the night brings symbols, messages hidden in familiar faces. Your ex in a dream can represent one of these three things. 1. A season you lived through. The chapter where you were hopeful, naive, intense, patient, desperate, or brave. 2. A pattern you learned. The pattern of being chosen, being abandoned, being betrayed, being controlled, being rescued, or being validated. 3. A mirror of yourself. Not who they were, who you became around them. So the X is not always the main character. Sometimes the X is the mirror. And that is why the dream feels so real, because it is touching a real part of you. Now we ask, what is the dream trying to say? Here is the calm method. You don't need mystical drama, you need precision. A dream communicates through emotion, so we interpret your X dream by the emotion it leaves behind. If you woke up with peace, your mind may be closing a chapter. Sometimes seeing an X is the brain filing a memory into the cabinet. I've processed enough. I can breathe now. If you woke up with pain or heaviness, there is unfinished grief. Something is still unspoken, not necessarily to them, but in you. If you woke up with longing, it often means you miss a feeling, closeness, attention, safety, being seen. And your mind borrowed your ex's face because that face carries the strongest imprint. If you woke up with anger, that's power returning. Anger in dreams often means, I am no longer willing to betray myself. If you woke up with anxiety or fear, that's your inner boundary system working. Fearing dreams are often the mind saying, remember what it cost you. Do not repeat it. So the emotion is the message. The face is just the envelope. This is the part most videos fail to give, what you do next. If the dream taught you something, you must move with it, or you will keep dreaming about it again. In African wisdom, we say, when a lesson returns repeatedly, it is not visiting you, it is pursuing you. So we're going to translate dream scenes into clear meanings and clear moves. The 5 most common X dreams and the real meaning. First dream, you're back together and it feels good. Meaning you are craving familiarity, not necessarily the person. Your nervous system misses the known, even when the known was imperfect. Do this. Do not rush to rebuild the past. Instead, ask, what feeling did I get there that I'm not giving myself now? Then build that feeling in your present life, community, purpose, affection, routine. Dream 1. They ignore you or you can't reach them. This means your dignity is healing or your closure is incomplete. The dream is replaying, "I was not chosen," so you can finally release it. Do this. Stop negotiating with a memory. Mentally end the conversation with one sentence. "I accept the ending. I choose myself." That sentence is not for them. It is for your nervous system. Dream 3. You argue, fight, or relive the breakup, meaning you swallowed words. Your mind is rehearsing boundaries you didn't enforce then. Do this. Extract the boundary. Ask, "What did I tolerate that I will never tolerate again?" That answer becomes your new rule, your new standard. Dream 4. They're with someone else, meaning comparison wound and replacement fear. Not always jealousy. Sometimes your mind is testing whether you still tie your worth to being kept. Do this. Reclaim value. You don't heal by competing with a stranger. You heal by upgrading your self-concept. I am not replaceable. I am specific. Then act like it, through choices, not quotes. Dream 5. Intimacy, romance, or sexual dreams, meaning closeness hunger, attachment residue, or emotional unmet needs. Your body remembers, even when your mind says, "I'm done." Take action and do this. Don't shame yourself. Don't run to them either. Translate the dream. I need closeness, softness, and warmth in my life. And create healthy sources, friendships, touch-safe community, meaningful connection, self-care rituals that are real, not performative. Now listen carefully. This is the master key. In your dream, who had the power? If you were confident, your self-worth is returning. If they controlled the scene, your mind is still untangling influence. If you were begging or chasing, you may be addicted to validation. If you walked away, you are completing closure. If you were silent, your voice still needs repair. Your dream reveals the power balance inside you. So don't ask, "What does it mean?" in a general way. Ask, "What is the power lesson?" Because the opposite of dreaming about an ex is not forgetting them. The opposite is becoming unstoppable in your self-respect. If you keep seeing your ex repeatedly, it usually points to one of these: unfinished grief, you didn't mourn properly; unfinished identity, you're still that version of you inside; unfinished pattern, you keep repeating the same dynamic elsewhere; a new chapter, your mind tests you before growth. Repeated dreams don't mean destiny, they mean attention is required. Let me leave you with the calm truth. Seeing your ex in a dream is not a command, it is a mirror. The dream is asking, have you fully taken your heart back? Have you learned the lesson without carrying the wound? Have you forgiven enough to be free without returning to what broke you? Because the highest level of healing is this: you can remember someone without losing yourself. So, if you saw them in the dream, don't panic, don't romanticize, don't run, just listen, then evolve. If you want, comment only 2 things: the emotion you woke up with, peace, fear, longing, anger, confusion, and the scene in 1 line. Example, they ignored me at a party. And I'll help you interpret it accurately, based on the symbol, not the obsession.